I'm Dan Radcliffe, and I play Abigail Fairfax in Lost City. The name Abigail has been a source of, obviously, it's a point of amusement in the film. He's slightly defensive about having, he's clearly been told it's a girl's name his entire life and has been insisting that it is a gender-neutral name. But I have also been, obviously, under every hotel that we go into, we're all checked in under our character names. So whenever I have been going for, I went to get a massage at one point, or whenever they look at me and go, Abigail? And I'm like, yes, that's me, I'll sign it. And you get a little note. I've been sending the directors pictures of, you get like a letter from the hotel saying, and they've all said, Dear Mrs. Fairfax, please, enjoy your stay here. So I sent that to the directors to much amusement. It was the script as a whole. I mean, obviously, like, when you get a script and you're like, Sandra Bullock and Channing Tatum are the leads, there is an aspect of you that, like, particularly with both of those particular people, where, like, I love most of what they do. Like, I think they make great choices. So immediately you're like, this is interesting and cool. And then, yeah, I don't know, the script was fantastic. And this one is just like an example of a fantastic, like, rollicking, like, adventure movie of the type that we don't really see anymore. There's like, because there is a self-awareness and a self-consciousness to this script, but it's also just like, it is what it is. There's so much fun, and it's like, there's an innocence to it. While at the same time in this one being able to, like, it's those situations where, it's real, like, life and death, but everyone's still very quippy and funny, and, it's just that sort of heightened movie world. And yeah, I don't know, it seems like a rare thing now to get a film like that that's also feels really good. Sandy, which I still can't quite believe that I'm in a stage in my life where I'm calling Sandra Bullock Sandy, but that's she encourages us to do it. It took me a few weeks. But she is almost more intimidating because she is so nice. Like, it's really, I didn't know what to expect, as you never do, and to meet someone who has been as, like, operating at such a high level in this industry for so long and still has completely managed to retain, like, all of her humanity and kindness, and she's just a real person, and it's a real pleasure to be able to work with her. Fairfax he is a bad guy, but there's a lot of humour to him because he is both bratty and petulant, and sort of, it's clear all of his villainy is coming from such a, like, I need to please my dad place that he is sort of undercuts any real kind of evil about him. He's just this terrible entitled colonialist. But they are, yeah. I mean, they do. I mean, the interplay between Channing and Sandra's characters is just, like, lovely, and seeing how they switch in those roles throughout the film is, I think, one of the great things about the writing, and what makes it, as you read it, kind of it keeps you engaged, because they are all real. They're very, the world is, I think that's one of the reasons the script works so well, is the world and the adventure of it is incredibly heightened, but everyone still kind of acts like human beings, as you would in that situation. Yeah, I mean, it's a great script. You never get blasé about impressive sets, I don't think. I think whenever you walk onto a place like that and go, like, oh, the work that has gone into this and making this look so incredible, particularly when you come to a thing that's like, when a part of the set is an excavation site, and there wasn't an excavation site there to begin with, so they dug that hole. There's the physical labor and also incredible amount of, like, skill has gone into this. Yeah, it's so cool. I mean, all the time on this, I feel like the art department, whenever you walk on a set and you go, like, oh, the art department have had real fun here, because they were, I guess props and set deck as well, but they, the romance novelist convention, just, I'm sure not all of those book titles are gonna get in the movie, but just every stall is really funny. Like, they've come up with funny book titles and covers for all these romance novels. The even, down to the stuff where you, like, when I pick up the copy of Lost City of D at one point and I'm reading it, and somebody from props has written out a few pages of this romance novel, and it's just, it's great. I love when you see the detail that goes into things that often the audience will never get to see, but it makes you, it helps when you're on set. I've worked with a pair of directors once before. This is my second time doing it, and it's been great both times. I think I always expect in my mind there to be like conflict and them to be sort of trying to but I think the reality is they do most of that in pre-production. They get to the point where they're very much on the same page by the time they get on set. So I've never seen them like, I don't know, like disagree strongly about something, but I'm sure they do, but they just keep it away from set. But yeah, they're lovely. They're so, this is a massive movie, and for them to just kind of walk in. Obviously, they're experienced. They've done stuff before, but never anything like. Very few of us have done stuff at like this kind of scale, and they've just been completely unfazed by it. I've just like been super prepared and really like fun, and still finding, very prepared, but also allowing room for us all to play and things to happen on the day. They're both really funny as well in very different ways, but they're both really funny people. And I think that is really imbuing the film with something lovely. And just as human beings to be around on set, they are lovely. And they're I think directors are one of the few people that never really get to watch that many other people do their job. Like I see other actors act all the time. Directors very rarely see other people direct. And so I'm always like saying to them, like, you're really good. Like, just never change, please. Like, because you prove you can make a massive movie like this without screaming and shouting and becoming terrible. Hector Estrella plays Rafi in the movie, who is he's sort of my main henchman. And he is somebody that I kind of humiliate a lot and treat very, very badly. But Hector is just like the nicest man. He's so good. He's like a really, really good actor, and just like a pleasure to spend time around. Like he's, as I said, a lot of our scenes are together. And so I'm very lucky. Sometimes you get on a movie and you're like, and you meet the people you're going to be doing most of your stuff with, and you're like, okay, this is going to be some awkward chat at our start marks while we're waiting. Like, but with them, they're just he's lovely, and I feel really lucky that we got him. I don't get to do really any stunts on this movie, but stunt departments are pretty routinely, in my experience, the best. These guys are so much fun and so good, and are doing like amazing work, and are really going to make the action sequences in this film something very, very special, I think. Movies like this are the kind you want to see in the cinema because of how much fun the experience will be, and frankly, how amazing it will look on the big screen.